Ooh! Ooh! Okay, I like this. What's happening, people? Timbsy here in Berlin, where EA have invited us down for an early access hands-on experience with the new FIFA 20. Now, I'm absolutely buzzing. There are so many new changes this year, not least VOLTA football. And we get a first look.
I'm Sam Rivera and I'm the lead gameplay producer for FIFA. We're focusing on the three main areas of football, which is on the ball, off the ball, and the ball itself.
The spacing of the team is a lot better. So last year, I think it got quite cramped, especially when you're attacking. Your teammates would just crowd around. They wouldn't go into actual areas that I think you could exploit.
So we basically did a lot of changes in our positioning system to create more one-on-ones, to give the dribbler more time and space. And that creates a more composed experience.
Everything has been sort of like individualized a lot more. Like every kind of movement seems like, I think they fine-tuned the controls that you have.
We are reducing the amount of AI defensive support.
None of your teammates sort of congest your space. The spacing is far more realistic, even like defending as well. So you can obviously do your contained defending, which everyone does traditionally, right? But they've actually made people, when they're defending, I think, less reliant on just self-contain and just letting the computer do the defending for you. I think there's a bigger emphasis on user defending. Oh, come on! I'm losing to the computer 1-0, this is embarrassing.
There's also composed finishing, which means a lot of changes to the fundamentals of shooting to give you a more consistent and clinical shooting experience.
Oh, he scored, come on! I just celebrated equalising against the computer. I'm a loser. They've also made sure that players' attributes actually count. It's all well and good an attacker being very quick, but if they're not good at dribbling, then obviously when they're on the ball, they won't be able to get away from a defender as well as someone with very, very high dribbling. You can't just get a really, really slow defender somehow catching up with Ronaldo, you know what I mean?
We have brand new penalty kicks and free kicks. The idea was to create a system that is more accessible, because we know that some people had trouble like aiming with the arrow.
So the new set piece system is, especially with free kicks, you can actually specifically position where you're going to hit the ball, and you have a lot more control over like the curve and the spin that you put on it. So you can literally choose to do a knuckleball.
We also have changes on the ball, the ball itself.
100%. The first thing I've noticed is the ball dynamic is a lot different. You play a pass, very rarely does it not, bobble off the floor or any sort of touches. When you take a touch, it bobbles a little bit, or when I take a touch anyway. How much of those fundamental changes have gone into VOLTA? Has it been translatable? Or?
So yes. The idea was that if you are already an experienced FIFA player and you go to VOLTA, you don't need to relearn.
Here we go, baby. Oh, wait, this is lit. The colors, the soundtrack. Jeez.
Skill moves. In VOLTA, we want to make them more accessible. So what we did is simple skill moves.
Oh my God, that goal is dirty. I'm getting too good at this game. Right, I've been playing this for like 15 minutes and I'm already lit. Oh! Oh, the close control is lit.
There's not one specific VOLTA style of gameplay. There is 3v3, 4v4, 5v5, with, without keepers and futsal. So there's a lot of variation.
Oh, how! Oi, playing it off the wall is amazing.
You layer on top that the environments into that, so the environment plays a much bigger part in that gameplay experience than it does in the professional game. We can build the sexiest stadiums in the world, but ultimately when you're playing the game, you're just kind of staring at the piece of grass. Yeah. In VOLTA, it's very different because the size varies, the look of it varies, the walls, no walls varies, so you can kind of customize that and turn them on and off.
Here we go. Oh my God, it has actually troops. Troops in my ears as I'm playing FIFA. That is hilarious. Proper London setting, dirty brick buildings, graffiti, you've got dustbins. But no, it's not that bad. London's not that bad.
Over and above that, it brings an ability to give our players the opportunity to kind of express like never before. VOLTA kind of gives us a much bigger blank canvas in the sense that you can not only create yourself or a character, but then you can kit them out in whatever you want.
Your style and your flair.
Style, and that actually translates to your whole team. So you can create a whole team look.
You can play with, obviously, players in real life that like in the game. Obviously, you know, you can play with Sergio Ramos, you can play with whoever, but you make your player and you insert yourself into the game. It's amazing.
There's kind of two worlds to it. So you've got the whole kick-off world where you can play with any of the real world teams, any of the real world players. But the kind of more interesting part, in my opinion, is kind of the world of VOLTA, and that's where it's based around you as a character.
All right, let's get a few of these skills going. Cheese! Wait.
And there's kind of three main ways to play. So there's VOLTA Story.
The more you progress with your player, obviously I've only got a little bit of time with this, but if you can progress with your player, you're going to get even more invested in this game mode. Sick.
All of us started on our journey on football, kicking it about in the backyard or with your mates down the park. So the kind of VOLTA format is the format everyone engages with football first.
So Copper fam, that was it for our early access experience with FIFA 20. Loads of new features to look out for with the gameplay, but also main thing, VOLTA football. I absolutely love it. I'm sure you will too. So Copper fam, I hope you've enjoyed and we'll see you next time.